Hello and welcome back to round 2 of the Formula 2 season. We are in Jeddah. And this is one of my better circuits. We are going into qualifying as the engineer gives us a few last important messages or something. I don't know. But we are now in our lap, 4th lap, going into turn 1. Pretty decent. Yeah, as I said, this is like a better track to me than Bahrain is. If you've seen Bahrain, then you know what happened. If not, you should check it out. Going through the first sector, already half a second gained. Already at 6.5. I am lifting a little bit through there, or like not going as quick through there, but you can go completely onto the curb. But I feel like the AI is losing quite a lot of time through that part, especially the first sector. That's where I left a little bit of time off the table. So the lap times will be a bit more balanced than me just putting it in onto pole. Damn. With like half a second gained. But through that right corner I lost a little bit of time. I think it was 2/10, so that's not ideal. Going into this corner again, not perfectly on the line, but still 7/10 down on the quickest lap time. And towards the last corner we go into the hairpin. This is one corner that I hate on this track. I just couldn't get it right. Yeah, it's just, I think I can get about 1.5 to 2/10 only into that corner, but as we have the DRS open and across the line we go for a P8.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint race then. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? So let's examine the Jeddah Street circuit. As you can see, this has the potential to be a very challenging track for our young F2 drivers. We'll get a good chance to see which of them have been able to best capitalise on their time spent here in practice earlier this weekend. And like the other street circuits on the calendar, the lack of runoff is going to make sections of this track very punishing if the drivers get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid having to bring out the safety car this time around. Welcome to the Formula 2 commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alex Brundle joins us as ever for this. Alex, it's a sprint race. How's the format change going to affect the mentality of the drivers?
You go for a little more, a little earlier, using a bit more of that harder compound of the two tyres available per weekend in Formula 2 to try to steal a march. And equally, if you have a bit of a bump, not so much of an issue. You're going to have another go tomorrow.
So here we are then for the formation lap as we start the sprint race in P2. Since we of course qualified in P9, you get the reverse grid for the sprint race. I guess everybody knows that, but if you didn't, now you know. And then we line it up 0.1 meters and the game says I'm too far over the line. It's ridiculous, but it's okay. It was 0.1. Maybe 10, not even 10, like 2 meters back, but that's all good because the AI will just go slow off the line. But 5 lights and away we go for the sprint race. Yeah, just instantly sending it towards P1. I want this win.
Oh,
we ain't playing around today.
Mistake.
Again, going too deep into the corner. Yes, I did quite a few times in practice and qualifying. But we managed to go into P1 even before the first corner and we are still in P1. So that's great. Already with 1 second, so they won't even have DRS going into lap 2. We already have a gap of 1.8 and then into lap 5 we already have a gap of 4.1 because they are just fighting so much that they are losing just so much time by fighting. So it was just driving like this and it's going to be an easy win. Just start to finish, easy. as we go into lap 7, we get our objective. The first objective is achieve a lap time of 44.9. And my quickest lap at the moment is 43.3, so that should be easy. But you never know. You might have a moment, you might
like, bro,
a spin.
Are you kidding?
You never know. I was a little bit
There's
laughing.
no way I'm
kidding.
1.6 seconds slower.
You never know. There might be something happening. Maybe a safety car. That might as well ruin it. Because I don't think the objective goes away when there is a safety car. I don't think this game is developed like that. We will never know because that didn't happen, but you just never know. It's now 5.5 seconds towards Pepe Marti. And going towards the last corner. Tires also going a little bit quick. We're already on 20% on the right side, 15% on the left side. But as we go on towards the start finish, there we go, past it easily with 7/10 of a difference. We are now in lap 13. As you can see, the tires 36%, 34%, 35-ish. It's decent. We are over the 50%. So we should easily make it with the tires of obviously, but otherwise I wouldn't start on those tires as well. So that is all good. As you also can see, Pepe Marti did gain 1.3 seconds over a few laps. So my pace is slowly falling down as I was getting in like a relaxed, chill mode. Like I was just driving autopilot and not even going that quick. Getting another objective here. Yeah, that was also an easy one. Average lap time of 46.3 if you do. Yeah, I do a 45.2, so yeah, that's like 1 full second of a difference. So yeah, that was an easy one. So hope the F1 teams are watching. Big wheel spin out of the second corner. And, but then lap 17 out of 20 we drove the whole race in P1. It was ridiculous. Driving in P1 for the whole race and then getting a mechanical failure. It's like just like real life with how Richard's races are going sometimes with disqualifications
17
and
to
all
80.
those type of things.
And now it's just gone. P1 is gone. Points lost. It's stupid.
Yeah, still no points in this season. But we still have a second chance. On the formation lap, almost spinning it, going into the wall. Luckily you won't get any damage from it. Otherwise I would have DNS'd, aka did not start a lot of races because of messing it up on formation laps. Let's put it onto our spot. Good this time.
One this time
again,
and then it's good.
Yeah, again 0.1. And right now it's perfect. So yeah, let's just forget about it. 5 lights. And away we go for the feature race. We started at P9. Needed to back off a little bit because of Marti in front of me. Then again he has an even worse second part of the start. Hydra also with a really bad start. Going to turn 1 again, giving them way too much space. Also colliding with Marti. And then into turn 4, really careful. I know that he was going to slow down there. The car on the outside will always brake a lot and then just pull over to the racing line. It's a little bit annoying, but it's all good. We managed to get through the first few corners safely, having a good exit, but no, it's really somewhere to go. And then we have Zane Maloney behind us on the super softs, so he will be a little bit quicker than us in the first few laps until his tires will fall off. But we are now in P10, so at least at the moment we are getting 1 point. At the moment, let's not be too happy yet. There's still a lot that can happen. We are right at the back of Marty here. Maybe make a move into the next corner. It is really difficult to do that. And I'm not even close, so there was no way of making a move over there. DRS, of course, not enabled yet. After this lap, it will. 4/10 with Pepe Marti, but behind us, Zane Maloney sending it
Look how much
onto
speed
the
they take
inside.
into this corner. I don't know how they do it, but I just can.
As he is
Oh, he's
now
on super soft.
right in front of us, and I realized that he was on the super soft, so it did make a little bit more sense. As somebody locks up into turn 1, not too bad. Big snap from Maloney. Yeah, I didn't have the exit or the speed to try and make a move up here. Again, hearing that message from the understeer. I hope they will remove it after I get a big snap out of that turn. Or going into that turn, I should say. But managed to hold the car. And right now we are in P11, so no points. Again, no points. I really need to step up my game and make some moves here. As I had a try on Maloney, as I can take a whole different line through there. Overall, it should be quicker. Because in qualifying, I was quickest through the first sector. That might not even be the first sector, actually. It might or it might not. I don't know. But we are in P11, and that's just not great. And Fittipaldi is really close to us right now. 3/10s, 4/10s. We do have the DRS from Maloney, so that should help us a little bit. Big log up into turn 1 from someone.
Why are they driving in a damn train?
Yeah, they are going in single file through there, so that's really annoying because everybody is just slowing down,
I
and
don't even know where to brake.
everybody is going to be closer to each other. And like the first one will break at 100 meters, the last one, so Maloney in front of me, he will break at 150 meters. So, you know, if you are a little bit unlucky and a little bit too late on the brakes, you will just completely lose your front wing.
You're just not able to get past them.
Yeah, it was really
Right now
difficult
I
to
can-
get ahead of him.
Outside, brake.
Right now, I was trying to make the
Super
move,
late.
but it's a little bit too late, and then Fittipaldi overtook us, and now we are another place down in P12 with our teammate behind us, Stanek, with 7/10 behind us. I wasn't looking behind, I was only looking in front, having a great exit out of here. I had to go a little bit off the track here.
Hey,
Otherwise I would have ran
in.
into the back of Fittipaldi, going for the outside again.
Come on, make it stick.
This
make it
time
stick,
having
make
the
it
grip.
stick.
And still going side by side here. He is leaving
Give me a little
zero
bit more
room.
please.
He is literally giving zero room. It was so close through there. Needing to give him the space as well. Maybe gave him a little bit too much space, but we are ahead of him and still
We
get
made
the
it.
DRS. So that's great. So back in P11. And now we can try and catch back up with Maloney ahead. As he is also not really closing in on Pepe Marti. And then lap 7, we are at the back of Maloney. I think his tires are slowly starting to get real bad. So, yeah, I'm waiting here. I was thinking about a move, but it's not really worth it. It's better to overtake into turn 1, since you will have DRS right here. But if you be in front of him, which you will see in a second, over here or somewhere over here, there's the DRS detection. No, that's cap. It should be over here after the hairpin. Then you will have the DRS, and otherwise he would have had the DRS and he would have overtook me again. But here we go then towards turn 1. DRS is open, going for the outside. I'll brake him slightly. Will it be
Still
enough?
there.
We
I'm
are still there. But he of course has the super softs,
Ah, but he is.
and I just
more grip.
don't have the best exit out of turn 2. So he stays
That exit
ahead, and that is
outside.
costing me quite a lot of time. Still behind Maloney. I really need to overtake him because, as you can see, 2.3 seconds already. Good exit out of that corner. And Fittipaldi is also 3 tenths behind us, and even behind us, behind him, is Stanek. So the more time we lose, the more chances of losing place as well. Really need to get him on this straight, otherwise
big lock up.
lock up into that corner, braking too late. Slightly tapped him on the rear. Not the biggest issue. There's no front wing damage.
That was enough.
And now I should give it a try. It's not close enough. And I tap him on the rear and again make such a stupid mistake. Because this will just cost me 5 to 7 to 10 seconds in the pits.
Right front.
But luckily it wasn't too bad. It was too
We
bad.
failed.
To be honest, it was too bad. Nah, it wasn't really too bad. I did lose a little bit of time, of course, but through the corners. But it wasn't impossible to drive the car. And now lap 10, we go towards turn 1. Fittipaldi is trying to make a move on Maloney. He is on the older tires. Into turn 2. Can I maybe sneak through into the next corner? Not really. Fittipaldi is going a little bit defensive. AI is making like these small little
Safety car, maybe?
turns. So I almost lost it through there. And we have a yellow flag up ahead. Who will it be? It is our teammate. He was behind us. So we can still make this move as long as the safety car is not being deployed. Trying to make a move on the inside. Fittipaldi is braking late. No, I am braking way too early. Yes. How is that not a safety car? Ooh, almost lost it out of that corner. But how is that not a safety car? Explain it to me. We are on a street circuit where the smallest, tiniest bit of debris, there will be a red flag. But on the game, nah. You can have a crash. You can have a car on the outside, and there will not be a safety car. It's crazy, but it's okay, because we just try to fight. As Maloney has a really bad exit. Of course, he is on real old tires right now.
How is he so quick?
How on earth? How is he so quick? But we are throwing it round the outside for the inside.
And I'm gonna say
make the move down on Fittipaldi and Maloney, but Fittipaldi is not giving up yet. Going towards turn 3 we go.
All the time you have to leave the space.
I give him way too much room. Snap of oversteer there. And Fittipaldi is still ahead of us. And still no points, or not in the points. And 5.7 seconds to Pepper Marty, so it's going to be difficult to gain more places than only Fittipaldi and locking up quite bad into this corner. As I said, I do a different line through there compared to the AI. Maybe I am completely off the line. It's a big chance of that's happening. As I go into the hairpin way too deep, locking up, it's just not looking great at the moment. Portoletto behind, he overtook Maloney, who is going into the pits. Cordell is really closely behind him. As Zach O'Sullivan goes for the fast lap, and Bortoletto goes for the inside into turn 1, turn 2. I got the inside, he got the better exit. Can I try to get back? Not really. He just had a really good exit out of turn 2. So GG's to him. But maybe I can get him back into the long left-hander, because the AI is really slow through here. As you can see, he is having small bits of oversteer through there. Me going completely onto the curb, using as much track as I can, because I just needed 1 point to be satisfied with this race. again, the different line, that is really tricky. Big moment of oversteer.
Understood. Stopping.
And I decided to box in this lap. Maybe a little bit early. I don't really know. Going into the pits perfectly done. Couldn't do it better. But yeah, going into the pits, we also, yeah, we are going to be dead last. We should be at around with Maloney, but we do have this front wing change that we need to do. So we will be behind him 10 seconds. 10 full seconds. And then in lap 19, if it couldn't get worse this weekend,
race.
I just go straight into the wall and straight to the retire button.
Bye.